Welcome, curious minds, to a journey into one of history's most profound, yet often unseen triumphs. We stand at the precipice of a world consumed by the storm of World War II, a time when the fate of nations hung precariously in the balance. But amidst the roar of engines and the thunder of artillery, a different kind of battle was being waged, a silent war of intellect, cunning, and unyielding perseverance. This is the story of the Code Breakers, the unsung heroes who, through sheer mental fortitude and collaborative genius, systematically unraveled the seemingly unbreakable ciphers of the enemy. It's a testament to the power of the human mind, the unwavering dedication to a cause, and the life-saving impact of intellectual breakthrough. Imagine stepping into their world, a realm of profound secrecy and immense pressure, where every solved puzzle could shift the tide of a global conflict. This is the Code Breakers Symphony, an inspiring narrative about how, in the shadows of war, brilliant minds composed a victory that echoed across the world and shaped the very future of technology. The year is 1939. Europe is ablaze, and the world holds its breath. In the quiet, unassuming corners of Britain, at places like Bletchley Park, and across the Atlantic at Arlington Hall in the United States, an extraordinary assembly of minds was beginning to gather. These weren't soldiers in uniform, but a diverse and brilliant cohort. Mathematicians, linguists, classicists, engineers, even master crossword puzzle solvers and chess champions. Their mission: to crack the intricate, constantly changing codes of the Axis powers, particularly the notorious Enigma machine used by the German military. Imagine arriving at Bletchley Park, a sprawling Victorian estate transformed into a bustling, top-secret intelligence hub. The atmosphere was charged with a unique blend of intellectual intensity and quiet urgency. From the outside, it appeared mundane, but within its walls, a relentless war of wits was being fought. The individuals who populated these secret facilities were a testament to human adaptability. Many came from academic backgrounds, unaccustomed to the pressures of wartime or the rigid demands of military intelligence. Yet, they quickly learned to operate in a world defined by absolute secrecy. They couldn't discuss their work, even with family or the closest colleagues, outside their specific hut or section. This profound isolation added another layer of challenge to an already demanding existence. The daily grind was grueling. Picture long, monotonous hours spent in cramped offices, often poorly lit and unheated. They meticulously processed vast quantities of intercepted enemy messages, which arrived as seemingly random strings of letters. The primary challenge wasn't just understanding the language, but deciphering the underlying mathematical and mechanical logic of the encryption. Think of the sheer mental strain, the countless dead ends, the hours spent staring at baffling patterns, searching for a tiny flicker of recognition. Every new message presented a fresh puzzle, a new permutation to unravel, and the enemy was constantly evolving its methods. The pressure was immense. Each day lives hung in the balance. Convoys carrying vital supplies across the Atlantic were vulnerable to U-boat attacks, their positions hidden by Enigma-encrypted communications. Strategic decisions on battlefields across Europe and the Pacific depended on timely intelligence. The Code Breakers carried this immense weight of responsibility, knowing that a single breakthrough could save thousands of lives. While a failure could lead to catastrophic losses, yet amidst this relentless intellectual combat, their spirit of resilience shone through. They weren't just working, they were growing, adapting, and innovating. They devised new analytical methods, often from scratch, pooling their diverse intellectual strengths. The communal strength within their isolated teams was palpable. Mathematicians collaborated with linguists, and engineers worked alongside logicians. It was a true symphony of specialized knowledge, each contributing their unique note to the grand, complex composition of code breaking. Consider the small daily acts of perseverance, the meticulous logging of every intercepted message, the patient plotting of frequencies, the quiet contemplation over seemingly insignificant patterns. It was a process of incremental victories, often built on countless failures. They learned to celebrate the tiniest breakthroughs, a single letter correctly guessed, a subtle deviation in the enemy's operating procedures, as these were the vital clues that slowly, painstakingly unlocked the larger secrets. They improvised, experimented, and pushed the boundaries of human intellect and nascent technology. This unwavering dedication, born from a profound understanding of their critical role, allowed them to not only endure the immense pressure, but to thrive, laying the groundwork for the monumental breakthroughs that would follow. It was in these unassuming, secret rooms that the seeds of victory, meticulously cultivated through sheer mental resilience, began to quietly sprout. The colossal intellectual effort at places like Bletchley Park was a symphony. But every symphony has its virtuoso, a figure whose unique brilliance elevates the entire performance. In the world of wartime code-breaking, that figure was undoubtedly Alan Turing. His story is not just one of a groundbreaking mathematician, but of a visionary whose strategic thinking and relentless pursuit of logical solutions fundamentally transformed the landscape of cryptography and laid the very foundations for the modern computer age. Imagine Turing, a man of quiet demeanor but prodigious intellect, grappling with the seemingly insurmountable challenge of Enigma. The Enigma machine was an electromechanical device used by the Germans to encrypt their military communications. Its complexity lay in its rapidly changing internal wiring, making brute force attacks impossible within a meaningful time frame. Thousands of possible settings changed daily, demanding a solution that was not merely intelligent, but mechanized. Turing's path to greatness was not without its struggles. His ideas, often radical and ahead of their time, were not always immediately embraced. He faced skepticism, the inherent conservatism of existing systems, and the immense pressure to produce results under wartime urgency. Yet, his singular focus on the problem at hand, his deep understanding of formal logic, and his ability to conceptualize complex systems allowed him to persevere. He saw the problem not just as a series of letters to be deciphered, but as a vast logical puzzle that could be attacked systematically, mechanically. His monumental contribution was the development of the bomb machine. Envision a massive clunking whirry assembly of interconnected drums and wires, filling a room with its mechanical hum. This wasn't a computer in the modern sense, but a highly specialized electromechanical device, designed to mimic the operations of multiple Enigma machines running in parallel. The bomb's genius lay in its ability to quickly test thousands of potential Enigma settings, eliminating incorrect ones at an astonishing speed based on cribs, short guess phrases known to be in the original message. Turing's leadership, though perhaps unconventional, was crucial. He led a small, brilliant team, inspiring them with his intellectual rigor and unyielding belief in the possibility of a solution. His relentless pursuit of an efficient mechanical method to break Enigma was a testament to his vision. The bomb didn't crack the code itself. It dramatically narrowed down the possibilities for the human code breakers, transforming days or weeks of manual labor into mere hours. This acceleration was a game-changer, providing Allied forces with timely intelligence on German U-boat movements, troop deployments, and strategic plans. The triumph of Turing's vision was monumental. The bomb machines, once operational, allowed Bletchley Park to read a significant portion of German Enigma traffic throughout the war. This flow of ultra-intelligence provided an unparalleled advantage, saving countless lives by directing convoys away from U-boat wolf packs, enabling tactical surprises, and informing strategic bombing campaigns. It was a victory forged not on the battlefield, but in the quiet hum of machines and the relentless dedication of brilliant minds. This segment showcases how a single individual is driven by a powerful intellect and an unwavering commitment to a monumental challenge can catalyze a collective transformation. Alan Turing's work was a pivotal moment in human history, demonstrating that strategic brilliance and a relentless pursuit of innovation can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Laying the groundwork for entire new fields of scientific endeavor, his genius unleashed in the crucible of war birthed not just victory, but the very concept of mechanical computation that underpins our modern world. While Alan Turing's bomb machine was a monumental leap, it was but one powerful instrument in a vast, complex symphony of intellectual warfare. The pursuit of knowledge in the world of code-breaking was a relentless, multifaceted endeavor, driven by an insatiable curiosity and an urgent need for breakthroughs. This segment celebrates the incredible human ingenuity applied to what seemed like unsolvable puzzles. showcasing the collective intellectual power that defied the very nature of secrecy. Imagine the sheer volume of intercepts flooding into Bletchley Park and Arlington Hall every day. Each encrypted message was a potential key to understanding enemy intentions, but it was buried deep within layers of highly sophisticated ciphers. The challenge wasn't just cracking one code, but understanding and adapting to an ever-evolving system of encryption. This required a relentless war of wits, where cryptanalysts were constantly racing against enemy innovation. One of the most remarkable examples of this ingenuity came with the deciphering of the Lorenz cipher, which the British codenamed Tunny. This was far more complex than Enigma, used for high-level German communications between Hitler and his generals. Unlike Enigma's rotor-based system, Lorenz used a teleprinter-based stream cipher, generating extremely long, non-repeating key sequences. Breaking Tunny required a monumental leap in understanding, moving beyond mechanical brute force to statistical and logical analysis. Consider the brilliant minds like Bill Toote, a young British mathematician who, with astonishing insight, managed to deduce the logical structure of the Lorenz machine simply by analyzing intercepted messages. Without ever seeing the physical device, this was a triumph of pure deduction, an almost unimaginable feat of abstract reasoning that allowed the British to build their own replicas. It was akin to reverse engineering a complex engine by only observing the vibrations it made. The pursuit of knowledge extended to developing revolutionary tools. While the bomb tackled Enigma, the complexity of Lorenz demanded something even more advanced. This led to the creation of Colossus, the world's first programmable electronic digital computer. Imagine these massive machines filling entire rooms, whirring and clicking with an unprecedented speed, processing vast amounts of data electronically. Colossus wasn't a general-purpose computer as we understand it today, but it was designed to quickly identify patterns and statistical anomalies in the Lorenz cipher, dramatically accelerating decryption. Its development was a monumental technological breakthrough, driven purely by the urgent need to unlock critical intelligence. The brilliance of these teams lay in their multidisciplinary approach. Linguists worked to identify linguistic patterns and common phrases that could serve as cribs. Statisticians applied advanced probability theories to analyze letter frequencies and identify deviations. Engineers and technicians tirelessly built and maintained the complex machines, constantly refining their capabilities. It was a fascinating interplay between pure mathematics, linguistic intuition, and nascent machine-aided analysis. Every deciphered message was a profound discovery, not just for its content, but for the knowledge it yielded about the enemy's encryption methods. Each breakthrough, from understanding the subtle depths in Enigma messages to deducing the wheel settings of Lorenz, built upon the last, deepening the Allies' insight into enemy communications. These discoveries profoundly impacted the course of the war, providing crucial intelligence that influenced the Battle of the Atlantic, allowed for strategic deceptions, and informed vital decisions on all fronts. This segment highlights how, under extreme pressure, human intellect can achieve seemingly impossible feats of ingenuity and discovery. It evokes wonder at the sheer mental power and collaborative spirit required to dismantle the most complex cryptographic puzzles. The pursuit of knowledge in the shadows of war was not just an academic exercise. It was a life-or-death race against time, where every breakthrough, every piece of decoded information, was a step closer to unlocking victory and profoundly impacting the destiny of nations. The clandestine triumphs of the Code Breakers during World War II did more than just influence battles. They fundamentally reshaped the course of history and laid the silent, invisible groundwork for the technological world we inhabit today. This final segment explores the enduring impact of their efforts, highlighting how visionary leadership recognized their potential, how collective action achieved the impossible, and how their secret breakthroughs ultimately propelled humanity into the digital age. Imagine the courage of the visionary leaders within the Allied intelligence communities who, in the early days of the war, committed vast resources to this unproven field. Figures like Alistair Denniston at the Government Code and Cipher School, and William Friedman in the U.S. Armies. Signals Intelligence Service understood that intelligence derived from intercepted communications could be a decisive weapon. Their foresight in recruiting unconventional minds, mathematicians, linguists, and even eccentric academics was a bold departure from traditional military thinking. They had to fight for funding, for personnel, and for the very concept that abstract thought could be as powerful as any weapon. This leadership fostered an environment where intellectual brilliance could flourish, shielded by the utmost secrecy. The societal change brought about by the Code Breakers' work was profound, though largely unacknowledged for decades. Thousands of individuals, predominantly women, were drawn into this highly specialized and critical work. At Bletchley Park, for instance, women filled vital roles operating the bomb machines, transcribing intercepts, and performing complex clerical and analytical tasks. This mass mobilization of intellectual talent, regardless of gender, was a quiet revolution in itself, demonstrating the immense power of collective action when channeled towards a singular, vital goal. These unsung heroes, sworn to secrecy, carried their immense contributions with them, often for their entire lives, a testament to their unwavering dedication and loyalty. The most transformative legacy, however, was the inadvertent birth of the digital age. The relentless pressure to process vast quantities of data and solve increasingly complex cryptographic problems pushed the boundaries of what machines could do. Alan Turing's theoretical work on computability, conceived years before the war, found its practical application in the bomb, and even more dramatically, in the Colossus computers. These were the precursors to modern electronic digital computers, designed and built out of urgent necessity. The engineers and mathematicians who conceived and built Colossus were pioneers, solving fundamental problems in electronic circuitry, data input, programmable logic that would define computing for generations. Consider the ripple effect, the logic gates, the memory concepts, and the programming principles developed in the intense secrecy of wartime code breaking directly influenced the design of early post-war computers. The rapid advancements in electronics and information theory, sparked by this intellectual arms race, accelerated scientific research, commerce, and communication in ways that would have been unimaginable just a few years prior. The very concept of information processing as a core societal function owes a tremendous debt to the war's secret intellectual battles. The Code Breakers Symphony ultimately reveals how courage, intellectual rigor, and unwavering perseverance in the face of immense pressure can lead to breakthroughs with far-reaching consequences. It underscores that leadership isn't always about grand pronouncements, but often about fostering environments where genius can thrive. It reminds us that societal change can be driven by the quiet, tireless work of many. The legacy of these hidden triumphs is not just the shortening of a global conflict and the saving of countless lives. It is the fundamental shaping of our technological future, a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity to unlock solutions in the shadows and propel humanity forward. Our journey through the Code Breakers Symphony has taken us deep into the clandestine world of World War II, revealing a hidden battle fought with intellect, logic, and relentless dedication. We have witnessed the extraordinary resilience of individuals grappling with seemingly unbreakable puzzles, the transformative genius of figures like Alan Turing, and the collective ingenuity that birthed revolutionary machines. From the intense mental strain and isolation of the scriptorium, we saw unwavering perseverance. From the seemingly impossible challenge of cracking Enigma and Lorenz, we witnessed monumental intellectual breakthroughs. And from it all, we uncover a profound, often overlooked legacy. Not only did these efforts shorten the war and save countless lives, but they also laid the very foundations for the modern computer age, fundamentally shaping the world we know today. The story of the Code Breakers is a powerful testament to the human spirit's capacity for innovation under pressure, for the transformative power of collaborative intellect, and for the quiet heroism of those who worked in the shadows. It teaches us that ingenuity flourishes where curiosity is nurtured, that perseverance can unlock even the most complex problems, and that the unseen contributions of dedicated individuals can have the most far-reaching and positive impacts on humanity's trajectory. As you reflect on the silent triumphs of these extraordinary men and women, consider the unbreakable codes in your own life. What seemingly impossible challenges do you face? How can you apply a relentless pursuit of knowledge, spirit of collaborative problem-solving, and unwavering resilience to unlock your own breakthroughs? The echoes of the Code Breakers Symphony resonate still, inspiring us to embrace the power of our minds and to remember that sometimes the greatest victories are composed in the quietest rooms, charting a path for the future. That brings us to the end of another journey through the annals of inspirational history. We hope this story of triumph, resilience, and the enduring human spirit has left you feeling empowered and reflective. If you were moved by this tale, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more journeys into the past, and comment below with your thoughts or any historical moments that inspire you. Your engagement helps us continue to share these powerful stories of human triumph.